ready.
Hello everybody and welcome to Haysville, Kansas for another edition of Haysville Aviator Baseball. I'm Todd Hook along with producer, director, and basically in charge of everything that involves thinking, Chris Worrell. We're live from Vulcan Field here in Haysville where your Aviators will be taking on the Dorado Broncos. Haysville comes in with an 8 in the league in the second half with a 7-5 record. Hayes leads the league in the second half with a record of 8-4. Liberal a half game back at 8-5, and Haysville and Dodge City share the third spot. The only thing hotter in this weather has been the Aviators as of late, taking 2 of 3 on the. The Aviators will send Torres to the mound tonight. Right-hander. Out of Wayland Baptist University. Pretty much over the top arm slot. Relies primarily on a hard fastball and a cutter. And it's 0-1. 0-1 is driven to left center, and nobody's going to get it. It's going to be off the wall, and Ware's going to start the game off with a stand-up double. Tyler Sutherland had no chance on that. That ball was smoked. This brings up Anders Green. Green comes into the game hitting .320. And the pitch. Attempted bunt, fouled. Looks like a little small ball out of the Broncos. Trying to move that runner over to third base. Green out of San Mateo Community College. Comes from Silverton, Oregon. And the pitch. Pitch is bunted to the third baseman. Correction. Pitcher gets over there and picks it up to first in time for the out. Ware moves to third on the sacrifice.
Now batting for the Broncos from Missouri Southern, number 10, Tyler Sutherland.
This brings up Tyler Sutherland. Hitting .339 coming into tonight. One out here in the top of the first. And the pitch is low for ball. Sutherland steps in from the left side. And the 1-0 is taken high and away, 2-0. Tyler Southern out of Missouri Southern. Comes from Ark City, so a local guy. And a 2-0 is taken for a strike, 2-1. Top of the first here in Haysville. Broncos threatening as a runner on third, one out. And a pitch is swung on and the count's even, 2-2. And the 2-2 is swung on, driven to center. Center fielder's under it, and the run will score. So Sutherland does a job. 2 outs here in the top of the first. Ware will score, and that makes the Broncos up 1-0. This brings up Tony Colsing. He's out of South Dakota State. Big right-handed batter steps in, and he offers it the first pitch and dribbles it foul down the right-hand side. Colsing out of Chaska, Minnesota. And the pitch. Swung on, foul straight back. Torres is ahead, 0-2. Not connected. And the 0-2 is taken low for a ball, 1-2. 2 out here in the top of the first. Vulcan Field here. Haysville against El Dorado. 1-2 is driven to right. And a fantastic diving catch by Gio Garbella. And that's out number 3. So at the end of a half, El Dorado 1, Haysville nothing. Soberanes is out of St. Angelo State University. And comes from Saxe, Texas. Dorado with a lead and the pitch. Off-speed pitch outside for ball one. Dorado always a threat to run. Good lead over there. And here's your 1-0. Swung on, excuse me, swing to the right side. Second baseman up with it and throws out Soberanes. Be 2 outs in the inning. Dorado will advance to second base in scoring position for Horton. Cameron out of Louisiana Lafayette, comes from Bosser City, Louisiana. Stands in there, big left-handed hitter. Nobody really holding Dorado at second. And a pitch. Swung on, strike one. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Broncos up 1-0. Aviators with a runner in scoring position. Dorna's at second. And the 0-1 to Horton. Off-speed pitch in there for a called strike. Campbell comes in with a 2.78 ERA. And the 0-2 is taken for high. 32 innings pitched this year, giving up 27 hits. 2-2 on the season. And the pitch. 1-2 is low, count now even, 2-2. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. And a 2-2. Swung on, strike 3. Campbell very efficient this inning, gets 2 Aviators to strike out. And after 1, it's El Dorado 1, Haysville nothing. Alright, we're back. Goes to the top of the second inning here in Haysville at Vulcan Field. Aviator baseball versus El Dorado Broncos. Broncos will send up Brown, Vaughn, and Leal in the top of the second. Brown, the designated hitter. Right-handed hitter steps in. Torres delivers. Pitch is swung on, popped to the right side. First baseman's under it and makes the catch for out number 1. Pretty efficient there for Torres. 1 pitch and 1 out. This brings up Slayton Vaughn, big right-handed hitter out of Stephen F. Austin University. Vaughn hitting .321. Takes the first pitch for a ball. And they're 1-0. Swung on, strike one, counts even. One out here in the top of the second. Torres winds and the pitch, off-speed pitch. Paints the outside corner for strike two, 1-2. Looked like a little straight change on that one. Good movement. Torres in the driver's seat. Comes in with a 2.96 ERA. And he swung on, and that's strike three. So Torres gets Vaughn for the second out of the inning. This brings up Mike Leal. Hitting .304 coming into the night. Steps in from the left side. And he takes the first pitch low for ball one. Leal out of Galveston Community College and comes from Corpus Christi, Texas. And the 1-0. It's taken in there for a strike. Counts now even, 1-1. Two outs here in the top of the second. And you're 1-1. High for ball two. 1-2 now on Leal. Leal with a .374 on-base percentage. And he takes a pitch high for 3-1. 3-1 on Leal. And the 3-1 is taken for a strike. Count's now full. In 102 plate appearances, Leal has only struck out 8 times. So a good eye at the plate. Gonna be a tough out. Torres ties his shoe and he's ready to go. And here's your 3-2. Fastball swung on down the left-hand side, foul. So we'll reset and try it again. And the pitch. Taken for call third strike. Leal wasn't quite sure. He was halfway to first base. But nonetheless, the umpire rings him up. So we go to the bottom of the second. El Dorado 1, Haysville nothing. All right, we're back. Going to the bottom of the second here in Haysville, Kansas. The Aviators are going to send up Compton, Foley, and Oaks. Compton out of East Texas University. Comes in the night hitting .270. Steps in from the right-hand side. Compton playing third base tonight. And the pitch. Swung on and driven to right field. Right fielder's a little hesitant, but finds the ball and makes the play. Round number 1. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Now batting for the Aviators from Mid-America, as screen, number 39, Lindsay Foley.
This brings up Lindsay Foley, playing center field tonight. Relatively new to the squad. Left-handed hitter. He took his first pitch in there low for a ball. And the pitch swung on. Correction. Attempted to bunt on the right-hand side, and we'll try it again. Count even now, 1-1. Like I said earlier, Foley is new to the club, only has 9 plate appearances, but has been very effective in those 9 plate appearances. Off-speed pitch taken on the outside corner for strike 2. 1-2 now on Foley. And 1-2 is outside for a ball. Count now even, 2-2. And the 2-2 is taken outside for a ball. Count now full. 1 out here in the bottom of the 2nd. Aviators trail the Broncos 1-0. And a pitch. High for ball 4. So Foley draws a walk.
Now batting for the Aviators, University of Texas Rio Grande Valley, number 18, Austin Oaks.
This brings up Austin Oaks out of Texas Rio Grande Valley. Hitting .438 and 32 plate appearances. Foley a good lead at first. Oaks steps in from the right-hand side. And the pitch. Low for ball 1. Nicknamed Maverick because his walk-up music was from Top Gun, for all you folks that can't hear the music. And a throw to first. Foley is back in time. Most of these guys weren't even born when that movie came out. And the 1-0. High for ball 2. Campbell struggling a little bit here in the 2nd with his command. Good lead at first. Campbell a little bit concerned and throws over again. Nothing going on. Foley's back in there easy. And the 2-0 pitch. Off-speed pitch. Taken for a called strike. Count now 2-1. Bench not so sure about that one. It was one of those pitches that just sat there and spun. Nonetheless, the umpire thought it was fine. And a 2-1. Swung on foul. Counts now even, 2-2. If you're in the South Wichita area or Haysville area, you still have time to come out. Everything at the concession stand is $1. Can't beat a deal like that. Here's your 2-2. Swung on. Very unusual double play there. Pitcher. Off the pitcher to the second baseman, the shortstop back to first in time for a double play. So that's no runs on no hits. After 2,
Broncos 1, Haysville Aviators 0.
1-0 El Dorado. All right, we're back. Top of the 3rd here at Vulcan Field in Haysville, Kansas. Broncos versus the Aviators.
For the Broncos from Kentucky Wesleyan College, number 24, Ethan Maxey.
Broncos will send up 8, 9, and 1. Maxey, Webb, and Ware. Maxey hitting .227, and he offers it the first pitch and fouls it off for strike 1. Maxey out of Kentucky Wesleyan. And the pitch is high. Count now even, 1-1. Maxey comes from London, Kentucky. Catching tonight. Steps in from the right-hand side. Here's a 1-1. Off-speed pitch, swung on, foul. Torres finds himself ahead here with the 8-hole hitter Maxey. And the 1-2. Low, and that brings the count to even, 2-2. And the 2-2 is swung on, grounded to short, up with it, over to first, in time. Lambert made that play look real easy.
Now batting for the Broncos from Memphis, number 22, Tyler Webb.
Out of Memphis, this brings up Tyler Webb, playing center field tonight. And a pitch is taken for strike 1. Webb hitting .253 and 95 plate appearances. And the 0-1 is fouled. And Torres finds himself ahead, 0-2. 1 out here in the top of the 3rd. Broncos lead 1-0. And the 0-2 is swung on and popped up. And Lambert takes charge and makes the play for out number 2.
Now batting for the Broncos, number 9, Grant Ware.
Top of the order now for Grant Ware. Doubled and scored in the first. And he's ahead of Ware, 0-2. On the year, Torres has struck out 38 and only walked 14. And the 0-2 is foul straight back. Been a very efficient.
All foul balls to the property of the Haysville Aviators can be returned to the concession stand.
And the 0-2 to Ware. High challenged him, changed his eye level a little bit, nothing going. 1-2 now. Good thinking by Torres. 1-2 swung on, driven to center. Foley's under it. Can of corn, route number 3. After 2.5, El Dorado 1, Haysville nothing. All right, we're back to Haysville, Kansas for Aviator Baseball. Going to the bottom of the third here at Vulcan Field. Aviators are going to send up Smoot, Garbella, and top of the order Lambert. Try to get something going here in the bottom of the third.
And starting off the inning for the Aviators from Virginia Military Institute, Ryan Smoot.
Here's Ryan Smoot out of Virginia Military Institute. And Smoot takes the first pitch at the knees for strike 1. And the 0-1. Off-speed pitch swung on for strike 2. Smoot's in the hole, 0-2 now. Smoot comes in hitting .280, 82 plate appearances. Doing the catching tonight. Big right-handed hitter. And the pitch. Swung on low. A throw to first in time for the out number 1. So Smoot strikes out on 3 straight pitches.
From Valparaiso University, number 4, Giovanni Garbella.
This brings up Giovanni Garbella out of Valparaiso. Giovanni playing right field tonight, made a fantastic diving catch in the first to end the inning. And the pitch. Taken for ball 1 inside. Garbella comes into the night hitting .287. And a pitch is grounded to third. Pitcher off the mound, high throw, and Garbella beats it out. Even with a perfect throw, I don't think it gets him. So that'll be a hit for Garbella.
Now batting for the Aviators, number 19, Neil Lambert.
This brings up the top of the order, shortstop Lambert. Struck out in the first. Steps in from the left side. Garbella gets a decent lead at first. And a pitch. And the bunt is foul. So Lambert down 1-0. for 0-1. Lambert hitting .253, 79 plate appearances, scored 11 runs on the year. And here's the 0-1. Off-speed pitch is driven to center field for a base hit. Good piece of hitting there by Lambert. He stayed back on that off-speed pitch and drove it right up the middle. So the Aviators have something cooking. Runners at first and second with 1 out here in the bottom of the third. This is the first real jam that Campbell has been in, and we'll see how he responds. Here's Dorado, left-handed hitter, and the pitch. Swung on and fouled straight back for strike 1. Dorado out of San Diego, out of Chino Hills, California. And he takes the 0-1 at the knees for a strike. Tyler now down on the count, 0-2. Comes into the night hitting .262. And here's the 0-2. Swung on and fouled down the right-hand side. Tyler turned on that one really well. Got to protect in a situation like this. Put the ball in play somewhere. Let's see how he does. And the pitch. Off-speed pitch up, swung on, popped up to center field. Center fielder in and makes the catch for out number 2. This brings up Jonathan Sabaranis. Playing second base tonight. Steps in from the right side. Hitting an even .300 coming into the night. Got a chance to drive in at least 1 here and keep this rally going. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. And a pitch. Off speed taken for strike 1. Doesn't appear to be a real sharp breaking off speed pitch, but it seems to be fooling the Aviators nonetheless. And here's the 0-1. Low for ball 1. Count now even, 1-1. First baseman playing behind Lambert. And the 1-1 is swung on for strike 2. Pitch was up a little bit. Campbell, a good job changing his eye level on that pitch. Jonathan needs to protect in this situation. And here's the 1-2. Swung on foul. Two outs here in the bottom of the third. Haysville trying to get something going here. And the 1-2. Swung on, driven to short center field, and it's going to drop. And Garbella's going to score, and Lambert's going to go to third. So a key hit by Sabaranis. So that evens it up 1-1 here in the bottom of the third. brings up Horton. Struck out in the first. The Aviators now have runners first and third here with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Horton steps in from the left side, hitting .223 on the season. And he takes the first pitch high for ball 1. Good piece of hitting by Sabrantes. He was down in a count and just dumped it into center field. And a pitch is taken for strike 1 at the knees. Count now even, 1-1. Folks not so sure about that one. 1-1 nonetheless. Campbell with a check and the pitch. Off-speed pitch swung on straight back for strike 2. Horton now down 1-2. .46 total pitches up until now for Campbell. 30 strikes, 16 balls. Pretty efficient. And a pitch is swung on, and that's strike 3 for out number 3. But the Aviators even it up after 3. El Dorado 1, Haysville 1.
Scores 1 run on 2 hits.
Send
Now batting
2, 3, and 4 up.
number 15, Anders Green.
Torres out for his 4th inning of work. He's held the Broncos to only 1 run so far and 1 hit. This brings up Anders Green. Green had a sacrifice in the first, and he takes the first pitch for a ball. Green steps in from the left side, and the pitch from Torres. Swung on and foul, and that evens it up 1-1. Torres has been efficient the last couple of innings, getting the leadoff man both times. But here's the 1-1. Swung on, driven to center. Foley is under it, drifts to his right, and makes the catch.
Now batting for the Broncos, number 10, Tyler Sutherland.
So Torres gets the leadoff man. This brings up Sutherland. Flew out to center field in the first, and he takes a first pitch, off-speed pitch in the dirt for ball 1. 1 run, 1 hit. No errors for El Dorado. And he squares to bunt. Fantastic play by Compton to barehand that ball and get him just by an eyelash. Great bunt by Sutherland, but even better play by Compton coming in and barehanding that ball and throwing all in the same motion.
Broncos, number 1, Tony Pulse.
Pretty textbook there by Compton. This brings up Colsing. Flew out to Garbella in the first. Garbella made a fantastic diving play. Two and one now on Colsing. Torres working very fast, brings the count to 2-2. 2 outs here in the top of the fourth. And the pitch. Off-speed pitch, missed wide. So Colsing works the count to full. And the pitch. Outside corner, strike 3 called. Very efficient inning for Torres. So at the end of 3.5, we're all tied up at 1.
No runs on no hits.
All right, we're back. Bottom of fourth here at Vulcan Field in Haysville, Kansas. We're all knotted up, 1 apiece.
For the Aviators,
Broncos 1, Aviators 1.
Compton.
The Aviators are going to send up Zach Compton, the third baseman. Fantastic barehand play in the top of the fourth on an attempted bunt. Compton hitting .270. And he takes an off-speed pitch in there for strike 1. And the 0-1 from Campbell. Campbell out there for his 4th inning of work. And that's in there for ball. Count even now, 1-1. Pitch is low, 2-1 now. Campbell also a quick worker. And a pitch is taken low. 3-1 now on Compton. Here's your 3-1, swung on and fouled straight back. So the count's full now, 3-2. And here's your 3-2. Swung on for strike 3.
Now batting for the Aviators, number 39, Lindsey Foley.
This brings up the center fielder, Lindsey Foley. left-handed hitter. And a pitch from Campbell. Swung on, fastball, strike one. Foley grounded out in the second, excuse me. And the 0-1. Tried to check, appealed to first, and yes, he went around. Count now 0-2. Foley's in the hole. Tried to check his swing on that one. Did look like he did offer. The 0-2 is swung on, foul. Foley in the hole now, 0-2. And the offering by Campbell is off speed outside. Tried to get him to chase. Nothing doing by Foley. Campbell with the sign and the pitch. Off-speed pitch swung on, and for strike three.
Now batting for the Aviators, number 18, Austin Oaks.
Foley fooled on that one. This brings up Austin Oaks, grounded out in the second also. Austin playing left field tonight. He takes the first pitch in there low for a ball. Here's a 1-0. Off-speed pitch in there taken for strike one. Count now even, 1-1. 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. All tied up, 1 apiece. Two and 1 now on Oaks. Swung on. A diving attempt by the left fielder. Ball clearly hit the ground, but the umpire has called him out. The bench is obviously disagreeing. Third base coach is also disagreeing. This announcer is going to disagree because it was a short hop, but nonetheless, Oaks is called out. All right, we're back. Going now to the top of the fifth. Continuing the discussion of the last play that ended the inning, the ball clearly hit the ground. Nonetheless, the umpire didn't see it that way. We just happened to be sitting right on top of it here down the left field line, can see it very clearly. But nonetheless, we're going to the top of the fifth. The designated hitter is going to lead it off, Adam Brown. Torres kicks and fires, and there's strike one called. Torres is ahead 0-1. And Brown swings and misses for strike 2. Brown now in the hole, 0-2. Torres out for his 5th inning of work. Tries to get him to chase on an off-speed pitch in the dirt, nothing doing. 1-2 now on Brown. Count now even 2-2. Brown popped up to the first baseman last time. And here's your 2-2. Off-speed pitch swung on, foul straight back. Torres up to 54 pitches now, 37 strikes and 17 balls. So a very efficient eating for him. And Brown takes the pitch high for ball. Count is full now. And despite being in the hole, Brown forces a walk. So he's aboard to begin the evening. This brings up Slayton Vaughn, who struck out in the 2nd. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors for Haysville, or for El Dorado. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors for Haysville. Vaughn takes the first pitch high for a ball. He's ahead in the count, 1-0. And a check to first base. Brown back easily. The 1-0 from Torres is taken high. Ball 2. Torres battling accuracy for the first time this evening. A little bit of action in the Aviator bullpen. And a pitch is swung on, 2-1. Two and one here in the 5th. And a pitch swung on, foul straight back. Count even, 2-2. And a 2-2. Very good pitch this times the whole year. Pitch is swung on. And out of play down the left-hand side. So Torres is ahead. And a check over to first. Brown back easily. Brown 3 for 3 in the stolen base department. And the pitch is grounded to second base, over to short, back to first in time for the twin killing. So Torres gets out of it. So we go to the bottom of the 5th, still tied 1-1. All right, we're back. Haysville, Kansas. El Dorado Broncos versus the Haysville Aviators. We're going to the bottom of the fifth. All tied up, one apiece. Campbell is going out for his fifth inning of work. Smoot's going to lead it off, catching tonight. Hitting .280. Steps in from the right side, and the pitch. Swung on, is dumped into right field. Good job of hitting by Smoot there. Didn't try to do too much with it. Ball on the outer half, off speed, just dumped it into right field. This brings up the 9-hole hitter, Garbella. Garbella scored the only run in the third. He's 1 for 1 on the evening and hitting .287 on the season. Smoot a good lead at first, and a pitch. Off-speed pitch. Garbella attempts to bunt and swing and misses. So Garbella down on the count 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Ball's low and gets away from the catcher, but Smoot unable to advance. Took a weird hop and bounced forward. Fair piece along the first base line. Smoot unable to advance. Probably kicking himself a little bit on that one. Probably didn't take as good a secondary lead as he wanted. Here's the 1-1. And attempted bunt again. It's fouled on the right side. So Giovanni is behind in the count, 1-2. Will they put the bunt on again? Garbella usually handles the bat pretty well. Coach might not hesitate to put the bunt on again. Smoot with a good lead at first. And a pitch. Off-speed pitch on the outer half misses. Count even now, 2-2. Looked like the umpire was thinking about ringing him up, but didn't do it. Campbell with the sign and the pitch. Swung on, foul straight back. Count remains 2-2.
All foul balls can be returned to the concession stand for a quarter, thanks to the support of Haysville First Baptist Church.
Beautiful evening for baseball. Sun's going down, the temperature's getting below 90. If you're in the area, come on out. Here's your 2-2. Fastball swung on and foul straight back. Correction, it appears that from the catcher hung on to that one, so that's a strikeout for Garbella. Sometimes it's hard to look through chain link and call a ball game. Top of the order now, Neil Lambert. One out here in the fifth. Score's tied 1 apiece. Lambert attempts to bunt, fouls it off the left-hand side. So he's in the hole, 0-1. Lambert 1 for 2 tonight. Strikeout in the first and a hit in the third. Average is now .253 in 79 plate appearances. Campbell steps off. We're going to start over. Lambert hitting from the left side tonight. Good contact hitter. And a pitch. Swung on and missed, and Lambert's in the hole 0-2. One out here in the bottom of the fifth. Aviators have a runner at first. Smoot's off with a pitch. The pitch is high for a ball, and Smoot steals it. Good jump for Ryan Smoot. Pitch was high for a ball, so now the count's 1-2. One out here in the fifth, and the Aviators have a runner in scoring position. And the pitch. High for a ball. Count's now even, 2-2. Smoot a walking lead at second. Not much activity to hold him. And the pitch. And swung on for strike 3. Off-speed pitch. That's 2 outs here in the fifth.
Now batting for the Aviators, number 17, Tyler Durna.
This brings up Tyler Durna. 1 for 2 on the evening. Correction. 0 for 1. There was a walk in the first. Hitting .262 coming into the night. And the pitch. Tyler takes the first pitch for a ball high. Tyler playing first base tonight. And the 1-0. High for ball 2. Moderna's ahead in the count here. Catcher Ware is going to go out and talk to him. Correction, Maxey is going to go out and talk to him. Conference over. Maxey retreats back. I'm told all year-old merchandise in the concession stand is half price. So last year's caps and hats are half price in the concession stand. Now the 2-0. Taken for a strike. Off-speed pitch. Strike 1. 2-1. 2 outs here in the fifth. Score tied 1-1. And it's in there for strike 2. Count now even, 2-2. Doesn't appear to be a very sharp breaking ball. It appears to be very flat. But the Aviators are having trouble picking it up. And the pitch. Fastball swung on. Left fielder's under it. And makes the catch for out number 3. So the Aviators strand 1 and we go to the 6th, still tied at 1. All right, we're back. We're going to the top of the 6th. Score all tied up, 1 apiece. Aviators versus the El Dorado Broncos. Broncos are going to have 8, 9, and 1 up. Maxie, Webb, and Ware. Torres with 63 pitches will start the 6th. There was a little action earlier in the bullpen, but that appears to have ceased. And the first pitch is swung on for strike 1. Maxie grounded out to the shortstop last time. And he's behind in the count, 0-2. Good off-speed pitch by Torres. And the 0-2. Swung on, driven to left center. Everybody chasing. And the left fielder, Oaks, makes the play on the run. Good route to the baseball by Oaks. Take away a sure double. This brings up Tyler Webb, center fielder. He takes the first pitch at the knees for a called strike. Webb popped up to the shortstop the first time up. And the pitch is swung on, and it's through there for a base hit on the left side. He squared that one up and squared it between the third baseman and the shortstop for a 1-out base hit.
Now batting for the Broncos, number 9, Grant Ware.
Top of the order now for Grant Ware. Ware scored the only run for the Broncos in the first. One for 2 today. And a throw to first. And Webb gets back easily. The pitch is swung on. Popped to shortstop. Lambert makes the play. 2 outs here in the 6th. This brings up Green. Hitting .320 on the night. Left-handed hitter. Webb at first base gets a good lead. He's 10 of 12 this year in the stolen base department, so he is definitely somebody that Torres wants to keep his eye on. And the pitch swung on, driven to right field, and misplayed by Garbella. Ball rolls to the wall. Webb's going to score easily, and Green's going to be in there with a triple. Garbella looked a little hesitant on that play. Of course, the ball was hit right at him into the sun, so he was battling the sun a little bit. Oh, by the time he made the adjustment, the ball was already by him. So this brings up Sutherland. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Sutherland takes the first one for a strike. El Dorado now on top 2-1. And a pitch. In there for a called strike 2. So Torres is ahead of Sutherland 0-2. Here's your 0-2. High for ball 1. Tried to get him to chase, nothing doing. Sutherland comes in hitting .339 and grounds the pitch to second baseman. Over to first in time for the out, but the Damage is done. El Dorado goes ahead 2-1. All right, we're back. Going to the bottom of the second here. 3-4, and Montes will lead it off. Tonight hitting an even 300. Inning of work. And the first pitch is in there for a called strike. Campbell up to 81 pitches. 52 and 30. And the offering to Sabrantes is swung on, and he's in the hole 0-2. And you're 0-2. In there for a call, third strike, so Campbell gets the first guy on a strikeout.
Now batting for the Aviators, number 7, Cameron Horton.
This brings up Cameron Horton. Hitting .223. And he takes the first pitch for strike one. Campbell been very efficient getting ahead of the hitters this inning. And fastball swung on. And third baseman makes a great running stab down the left field line for out number 2.
Now batting for the Aviators, number 10, Zach Compton.
This brings up Zach Compton. 0 for 2 on the evening. Compton hitting .270. And a pitch. Off-speed pitch swung through for strike one. That looked like a straight change. And the 0-1. Swung on, grounded to shortstop, who drops it and is unable to recover in time, and Compton beats it out. So that'll be an error on the second base, or on the shortstop, and Compton is on with 2 out.
Now batting for the Aviators, number 39, Lindsey Foley.
He's going to bring up Lindsey Foley. Center fielder tonight, hits from the left side. So the Aviators have something going with 2 out. Compton a good lead at first. And the pitch. Swung on and fouled straight back. 0-1. Campbell's been very successful at getting that first off-speed pitch over, which leaves endless possibilities for pitching. Compton's off with a pitch, and the pitch is fouled straight back, so he'll have to retreat. 0-2 on Foley. Aviators trying to get something going with starting a runner. Compton with good speed. Ball in the gap, there's a good chance he could score from first. And the pitch. Swung on and fouled straight back. Good battle by Lindsey Foley. It brings Campbell's pitch total to 90. And the 0-2. Off-speed pitch taken for called strike 3. So the Aviators go quietly. At the end of 6, it's 2-1 El Dorado. Torres out for his 7th inning of work. He's only thrown 74 pitches so far, so he's probably in good shape for a while. Been very efficient, only giving up 1 earned run. And the first pitch is high for a ball to Tony Colsing. Colsing 0 for 2 on the evening. And he takes the second pitch for a ball. 2-0 now. And the pitch is swung on for strike 1, 2-1. Colsing hitting .284 at the beginning of the night. Then he fouls that pitch off, brings the count even 2-2. Tony has 33 hits on the season. Been pretty much stable in the Bronco lineup. And the 2-2 is in the dirt, brings the count to full. Torres trying to get him to chase on that one. Colsing had great discipline to lay off. So here's your full count. Pitch is swung on, fastball. And base hit to left. Appears to be a running joke. The left fielder said he caught it, but obviously it skipped the ground based on the incident 2 innings ago. So Colsing leads off the inning with a base hit. This brings up the designated hitter, Adam Brown. And a pitch. High fastball swung on and missed for strike 1. Pitch had a little giddy up on it. Brown 0 for 1 on the evening. Off-speed pitch swung on for strike 2. So Torres is ahead of Brown. 0-2 here. And the offer. And the runner is off with a pitch and grounded to third and over to first in time. So Colsing breaks on the pitch. And Brown grounds out to the third baseman, Compton. Out number 1. So the Broncos avoid the double play there and have a runner at second base with 1 out. So here's Slayton Vaughn. 0 for 2 on the evening, 2 strikeouts. And a pitch. Off-speed pitch swung on for strike 1. And the 0-1. Off-speed pitch swung on for strike 2. Seems to be giving Vaughn a steady dose of off-speed pitches. 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Broncos lead 2-1. Colson takes his lead at second base. Not much activity to hold him, and the pitch. And swung on for strike 3. So Vaughn strikes out for the 3rd time tonight.
Now batting for the Broncos, number 3, Mike Leal.
2 outs brings up Leal, the right fielder. He's 0 for 2 also. Strikeout and a ground out. Left-handed hitter began the evening hitting .304. And the pitch. He attempted to checky swing. Appeared to go from this angle, but nothing doing from the second base umpire. So 1-0. 2 outs here in the top of the 2nd. And the pitch. Swung on out of play to the left-hand side. Count even, 1-1. Leal out of Galveston Community College. And the 1-1 is taken for a called strike. So 1-2 on Leal, who comes from Corpus Christi, Texas. Torres needs to make a pitch here. Here's your 1-2. Fastball taken for high. Count even now, 2-2. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. And the 2-2 swung on and fouled down the right-hand side. So we'll try it again. Smoot going out to talk to Torres. Not sure that's where Smoot wanted that one, so we're going to talk about it here with the runner at second base. Probably good that he fouled that pitch off, being that it was a fastball. That could have gotten away from Smoot and advanced the runner if there was a cross-up. So everybody's back and ready to go, and here's the 2-2. Fastball swung on to the center fielder Foley, who makes the catch for out number 3. Broncos get a runner, but no runs, so we'll go to the bottom of the 7th, 2-1 El Dorado. All right, we're at the bottom of the 7th here in Haysville, Kansas. Aviators trail the Broncos 2-1. New pitcher on the mound out of Kentucky, West. Because we don't have any numbers on him. He is a right-handed pitcher. Looks to comes arm slot. The first pitch to Austin Oaks is fouled straight back. Strike one. In 32 at bats, Oaks is hitting fourth. Hits. Off-speed pitch swung on and booted by the shortstop, and Oaks is aboard on the error. Ware just let that ball play. One of those situations where you got to field the baseball onto your terms, and that wasn't the case there. So that one ate him up, so Oaks is aboard, and the Aviators have something going here in the 7th. This brings up Ryan Smoot. 1 for 2 tonight. Throw to first. Oaks is back easily. Good lead over there for Oaks. And the pitch. Bunted to the right-hand side. And Smoot will force a throw to first base. And will advance the runner.
Now batting for the Aviators, number 4, Giovanni Garbella.
This brings up Garbella, the 9-hole hitter. Playing right field tonight. Scored the only run in the 3rd. Oaks at second represents a tying run. And the pitch to Garbella is swung on for strike one. Giovanni coming in hitting .287. Pitch. Off-speed pitch is swung on for strike 2, so Garbella's in a hole 0-2. 2 runs, 3 hits, 2 errors for El Dorado. 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error for Haysville. Very well pitched game this evening. And Bailey with the sign and the pitch, and it's fouled back. 0-2 on our Garbella. Game is slowed down to the speed of government here. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. 0-2. And a pitch is swung on for strike 3.
Now batting for the Aviators, number 19, Neil Lambert.
Springs to the top of the order with 2 outs. Lambert 1 for 3 tonight. Drove in the only run in the 3rd. And the pitch. Swung on for strike one. Neil looked a little fooled on that one. Difficult time to pick up the baseball this time of night. Lights have not completely taken over and it's still sunlight out. And a pitch. Swung on and popped up down the third base line. Third baseman and left fielder giving chase and unable to catch up with it. Count now 0-2 on Lambert. And Lambert takes a pitch inside for a ball, 1-2. One and two, 2 outs here in the seventh. Campbell with the sign and a pitch. Swung on for strike three. So Haysville's going to leave a runner, and we're going to go to the eighth, down 2-1. Okay, we're back. Going to the Torres goes pitches. Broncos will have 8, 9, and 1. Maxie's going to lead it off. Over 2 on the evening. And he swings at the first pitch for strike one. And the pitch, fastball swung on straight back. Foul, 0-2. Torres still has good velocity here in the eighth. And off-speed pitch fouled straight back. So Maxie's still alive. Kevin Torres way ahead in the count now. And a pitch. Off-speed pitch in the dirt, swung on, mishandled by Smoot. He's up with it and throws to first in time for the out. So Torres gets the first man.
Broncos, number 22, Tyler Webb.
This brings up Tyler Webb. Playing center field tonight. Scored a run in the sixth. Webb's 1 for 2. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Webb comes into the evening hitting .253. Pitch is swung on, popped up. Lambert calls it and makes the catch for out number 2. Couple quick outs for Torres is exactly what he needed.
Number 9,
Two outs in the top of the 8th. This is the top of the order. Grant Ware. Ware 1 for 3 on the evening. A run scored in the first. And he takes the first pitch low for a ball. Torres continues to work fast. And a pitch is swung on and fouled straight back. Count now even 1-1. Two outs here in the top of the 8th. Aviators down to the Broncos 2-1. Torres has pitched a phenomenal baseball game. And a pitch swung on, popped to center, and Foley makes the play for out number 3. So a very efficient inning for Torres. We go to the bottom of the 8th, down 2-1.
Are you ready?
Alright, we're back. We're going to the bottom of the 8th here in Haysville, Kansas. Aviators continue to trail the Broncos 2-1. Have a new pitcher for El Dorado. Looks like Drake Harper out of Butler Community College, right-hander, 2.29 ERA. Comes in to face Derna. He swings at the first pitch and grounds it to second. Green comes up with it and over to first in time for the out. Good job of coming to get the baseball by Green.
Now batting for the Aviators, number 5, Jonathan Soberanes.
This brings up Jonathan Soberanes. 1 for 3 this evening. Hitting an even 300. Harper's first offering is low for a ball. Harper's worked 19.5 innings this year. And is behind 2-0. Harper goes out of the stretch even though nobody's on. And a pitch. Taken for a low for ball 3. And here's your 3-0. High for ball 4. So Soberanes draws a walk. And the Aviators have something going here in the bottom of the 8th. brings up Horton, 0 for 3 on the evening, hitting .223. Soberantes is a threat to steal. And Harper's first pitch is high and away for ball 1. Bottom of the 8th, 2-1 Broncos. And a pitch. Off-speed pitch taken for a strike. Counts now even 1-1. These same two teams will square off tomorrow night right here. First pitch 7 o'clock. Could be a mystery broadcaster tomorrow night, so tune in. And a 1-1. Horton takes it high. Ball 2. Might have a player on the mic tomorrow night, so stay tuned. Here's a 2-1 from Harper, and he steps off and goes to first. Runner's back easily. And a pitch. Outside for a ball, 3-1 now. Harper out of Humboldt, Kansas. And a pitch. Swung on for strike 2, so now the count is full. Will they send the runner? And a pitch. Swung on for strike 3, so 2 outs here in the inning.
Now batting for the Aviators, number 10, Zach Compton.
This brings up Zach Compton, playing third base tonight. Struggled a bit at the plate, but his defense has been immaculate. Aviators hoping for a ball in the gap here to maybe score Soberanos. Harper with the sign and the pitch. Ball high. Evening has turned out absolutely perfect for baseball. And the pitch. Swung on and fouled back. Count now even 1-1. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Aviators running out of time. Need something to happen pretty soon. And a pitch from Harper. Outside and a throw to first. Soberanos is back easily. And here's a 2-1. Off-speed pitch. Driven to left field. Left fielder's going back. He's not going to get it. That ball's out of here. And Compton puts the Aviators ahead 3-2 with a 2-run homer. Off-speed pitch is squared up by Compton. There's no doubt about that one. Puts a little life in the fans there. That brings up Lindsey Foley, center fielder. 0 for 2 on the evening with a walk. And he takes the first pitch for a ball. 3-2 now, Aviators in the bottom of the 8th. 4 hits on the evening. And the pitch. In there for a called strike 1 off-speed pitch. One and 1 to Foley. And he takes low for ball 2. Looked like a maximum effort pitch there from Harper. And the 2-1, taken at the knees for a called strike, 2-2. And a 2-2. Off-speed pitch grounded to the right side, foul. Foley did not appear to be fooled by that pitch. He was very much on time, but pushed it just foul. So we'll go again, 2-2. And fastball swung on and grounded to first. Slayton will take it himself, and that'll be it. But the damage is done. 2 runs on the inning, so the Aviators now lead 3-2. Okay, we're back. We're going to the top of the 9th here. Haysville leads 3-2. 3 outs away from keeping this winning condition going. Kevin Torres is going out for his 9th inning of work. 100 pitches on the night. Only giving up 3 hits and 2 runs. Fantastic pitching night for Torres. He's going to go try to finish it. He's going to face Green, Sutherland, and Colsing. Green's going to lead it off. Playing second base tonight. And the first pitch from Torres is high for ball 1. Green 0 for 2 on the evening. And swung on, driven to center. Center fielder on his horse, unable to get it. Ball's up against the wall. And Green will coast into second base with a leadoff double. Ball was squared up pretty well on that pitch.
Now batting for the Broncos, number 10, Tyler Sutherland.
So the Broncos have the tying run at second base. This is going to bring up Tyler Sutherland. Sutherland 0 for 2 on the evening. Two ground outs and a fly out on the evening. He steps in from the left side. Little action in the Haysville bullpen. And a pitch, attempted bunt, and it's going to go foul down the left-hand side. Zachariah Mosley out of Howard Payne is getting loose in the Aviator bullpen if needed. 0-1 to Sutherland. And the pitch. He squares again and offers, and that's strike two. So Sutherland unable to get the bunt down in 2 tries. Is in the hole 0-2. Question is, will they put it on again? And the 0-2. Swung on, popped to left field. Oaks is under it and makes the catch for out number 1. So Torres gets Sutherland to fly out. This is going to bring up Colsing. Colsing playing third base tonight. Steps in from the right side. He's 0 for 2 also. And he takes the first pitch low for a ball. Correction, he's 1 for 3. Base hit in the 7th. And a check of the runner at second. And Torres steps off and chases him back. 1 out here in the top of the 9th. Aviators up 3-2. And a pitch is swung on. And the count's even, 1-1. 3-2 Aviators. Broncos have the tying run at second base, courtesy of a leadoff double by Green. Torres trying to finish it out. And the 1-1. Off-speed pitch is driven through the left-hand side. And they'll hold the runner at third base. And they throw it behind him and try to get him, and nothing doing. So that's a base hit for Colsing. So the Broncos have runners at first and third. Not the best of jumps at second base by Anders Green, or else he could have scored on that one. But he had to hold up to make sure the ball got through. And the first pitch to Brown is popped up to the first baseman. Out of play for strike 1. Looks like Derna lost that one. So Torres is ahead of Brown, 0-1. 1 out here, runners at first and third. Top of the 9th. Torres trying to finish it. And the pitch. Popped up. Right side, first baseman given choice, and makes the catch for out number 2.
Now batting for the Broncos,
2 down here in the 9th, a little chattering. Little chattering going on over in the El Dorado dugout. Umpires are moseying over to bring law and order back. Aviator skipper is out to talk to the first base umpire. It appears that there might have been some contact when the ball was popped up with the first base coach. Nonetheless, Durham made the play. But there appears to be some words exchanged. Order seems to be restored, so we're going to go back to live action here. 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. It appears that one of the El Dorado players has been ejected. Not sure who it is. Doesn't appear to be anybody leaving just yet. This may or may not help Torres. He seemed to have been in a pretty good rhythm leading up to this delay. Here's Slayton Vaughn. 3 strikeouts on the evening. He pops it up. Shallow left. Lambert going out and get it and makes the catch, and that's it. That's going to do it. Aviators hang on. Torres gets a complete game victory, 3-2. Same 2 teams here tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Get out here and watch them. Aviators are red hot. Again, recapping. El Dorado, 2 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors. Haysville, 3 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. Same 2 teams tomorrow night. Torres gets a complete game victory. See y'all tomorrow night.